So today I'll be doing an install video. So some of you guys might know I have this custom made front splitter. Well, it's really dirty right now because it just snowed yesterday, just snowed last night. But I just wanted to show you guys this custom made front splitter I had for over the past year. Custom made by Ventus Auto Works. It's kind of bent right here. So since it's bent and the holes are really big, I'm going to be replacing my front splitter. Like I was saying, it's a little bent there. And I'm gonna get it replaced. So I'll probably try to sell off that front splitter for pretty cheap. But new front splitter here is gonna be a different setup. So I'm gonna unbox it for the first time and show you guys. It's a front splitter made by Aeroflow Dynamics. Really nice front splitter. What I like about it is the winglets coming out on the side, and the shape is a little different. Looks a little more aggressive on the front. Provided the hardware as well as Aeroflow Dynamics sticker. So all these holes are also already pre-drilled, so that makes it really helpful. And they said that they went ahead and painted this like a nice powder coat in gloss black. So it's kind of dusty and dirty right now, but once I install it, I'm going to give the car a good wash and it should look pretty good. So first step first, I have my stock splitter. Well, I have to take this off. So I secured it using 10mm bolts last time, so I'm just going to take it off the same way. Off the front splitter I had on my car. As you can tell, looks like it's carbon fiber, but I actually carbon fiber wrapped it. It was a gloss black. Let me just show you guys. It's gloss black just like this when I got it, and then carbon fiber wrapped it. It's pretty simple. It took me about 2 hours to carbon fiber wrap this since I'm not that good. But if you guys want a front splitter like this, you can hit up Ventus Auto Works on Instagram, and he can custom make them for any car. So now that this front splitter is off, I'm gonna put that one on. Before I put the other front splitter on, let me just take a moment to appreciate how the stock car looks without a splitter. I think it looks kind of weak. I always like the idea of having a front splitter or front lip on it. Makes it look lower and more aggressive. So I'm sure with this front splitter, it's gonna look much better. And to attach a new Aerodynamics front splitter, I have to take off the front bumper. Before that, let me show you. I was using these self-tapping screws to kind of attach my previous front splitter on. They work pretty well, but since Aerodynamics provided these hardware, I'm going to use them. Basically, I have to remove the front bumper, and this is going to go in the splitter. And then these two bolts right here in the middle is going to attach the bumper on. So it's going to be pretty secure. So I'm not going to bore you guys with removing the front bumper, but I'm going to go ahead and remove the front bumper first and then show you guys how to attach the front splitter onto the bumper. So finally got my front bumper off. For those of you guys who are doing it for the first time, it might be pretty intimidating at first, but all I really used was 10mm ratchet as well as cross tip screwdriver and a flat tip to pry out a couple of clips. But there's a lot of clips, so once you keep doing it, it's pretty simple. So let me just show you that no front bumper life. Finally get to see my intake filter all the way here. So if you need to do any mods like a core air intake, or you want to change out your transmission oil cooler, color supertone horns, bunch of stuff, it's better to take off your whole front bumper. So that's the front bumper off the car. And now that my front bumper is off, what I'm going to do is just align it with the front splitter and then pretty much attach these bolts.
I can't make it.
guys, I basically just align the front splitter onto my front bumper. So this is how it's gonna look whenever it's bolted on. So I like it just like that. A gap over here is a little bit. Looks pretty nice. So right now all I'm gonna do is put these bolts on pretty much and then attach back my front splitter. Oh, and one thing I have to mention. So for Mitsubishis, they have all these little clips right here. So just make sure whenever you drill a hole onto the front bumper, leave a gap so that these clips can attach back to this thing. Quick update. So basically I was trying to align the splitter with the bumper, so I went ahead and taped up all the corners just to make sure that it's aligned correctly. And then always make sure to look at your front bumper and splitter from far. So that's what I did. I stood quite a good distance away just to make sure that from the front view it looks equal. The distance between the winglets got to be the same on each side. So I went ahead and make sure that's even. And then all that's left now is I'm gonna flip it over and just drill the holes onto the front bumper. So let me show you. Right, so I just flipped it over. This is how it looks. Like I said, all these holes on the Aeroflow Dynamics splitter are already drilled out for you. So all I have to do is match these holes to the front bumper. So I'm gonna drill into the front bumper now. Alright guys, so I had to take a quick break. I went over to Lowe's to grab some tools. So I just realized I had to drill. So I don't have a drill at home. I do have one, but it's not powerful. So I picked up Black & Decker drill as well as some drill bits so I can drill into my front splitter. Alright, so I just went ahead and assembled the drill with the drill bit. And what I'm gonna do, like I said, all these, this front splitter comes pre-drilled with all the holes. So I'm just gonna drill through it and it'll drill through the bumper over here. So let's get to it. After drilling in the holes, let me just show you guys how it's done. So they provided it like this with the bolts. However, you only need to use all these if... So the reason why there's so many bolts here, let me just kind of explain. So front splitter sits here, and then your front lip, if you have a front lip, it sits here, and then this is where the front bumper sits. That's why there's so many bolts. But since I only have a splitter and a bumper, I don't have a front lip. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna use all the bolts. Let me just show you how I attach it. Can tell, I put all the bolts into the front bumper now. So on the bottom, all I have to do is use a cross tip screwdriver and go ahead and tighten all of them. So now that I've tightened all the bolts down with the screwdriver, I'm just gonna flip it around and it should look pretty good. All we have left to do now is just put this back on the car. So I just carry the front bumper with the splitter out. As you can see, all the bolts all tight in there. So right now, before you put it on, one last look from far, make sure everything's aligned pretty good. And if everything's aligned, you can go ahead and just mount the front bumper up. So I'm just gonna pop the hood, mount the bumper up, and we should be all set. back on the car. Front splitter looks solid, so let me just close the hood and show you guys how the front splitter looks. Right, so after installing the front splitter, I took some time off to wash down my car. I had to. So car's all clean now, and let me show you guys how it looks with the front splitter. So I'm all done with the front splitter install. If you guys like the front splitter install, leave a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.